Hey ya, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another episode of Regrowth, where we're bringing this cold, dead, desolate world back to life, one block at a time. And in the last two episodes, we've been working on possibly a way of fixing our Britannia stuff so that it will be a little more efficient. And of course, another game, please. I think that's what the name is. Another game, please. I believe so. Yes, another game, please. And Sky have been chiming in a lot, and I thank them so much for their input because it helps. I'd love to hear all of y'all's input. That wasn't the forward button. So we came to this guy right here with this fancy little grate, and I was wondering. Now, Sky said something also about the timer, because remember we have the timer downstairs, and we needed to do 3 thuds. We need to go thun, thun, thun to get all the stuff, right? What if we were to do something similar with this guy? Where instead of just doing 1, what if we had it do 7 times and then lock it? Now, another couple other things that was really interesting that Sky also mentioned is, do endo flames actually output any kind of signal? So that would definitely also be a really good thing to check. So do I have a repeater around here? Repeater? No, I just have that. Well, I guess this is basically what we want. First of all, we can check if they even seem to put out a signal at all. Do I have any redstone on me? Of course not. Back to the area. I thought I had a bunch of stuff. Where did I put it all? Let's just grab a bunch of this. And it's really not in there. Nope, just blocks. Okay. Whoa. Hello. Hello. So that's what we're going to check today, is just see really quick if one, doesn't Endoflame even put out a redstone signal either when it's done or, oh, these are, wait, I should be able to place it here. Whoop. There we go. And then let's go ahead and grab 1 block. Hopefully we feed this very one. So right now we have absolutely no signal coming out. If we throw that on top of him, please get it, please get it. Okay, all of them got something, but it doesn't look like we're seeing any kind of signal. And actually, we should probably put this right here so we could actually see. There, like a show. Yeah, it doesn't look like they actually output any kind of signal. So that's, yeah, not as good. But that was actually a really good idea to check to see if these things actually did output signal. Now, we do know that each of them can consume 1 block, and there's 7 of these. So if we set up somehow our system, so there's a couple things I wanted to check. One would be with this guy up in the sky. I'm probably not going to want to do this, but that's okay. So I put this up here, and we drop that. Now we just break that. There we go. Oh, now it's just down. Okay. So that is not doing what I was hoping it would. How much coal's in here, by the way? Not too much. So let's check one other thing. Let's go grab this redstone torch. We've got rain in our world now. And we got rain. Oh, look at this. It's looking so good. It's getting there. It is getting there. Alright, so it looks like we got all that gone now. So what if... My frames. Do I have my frames set like to 30? What do I want? I want video settings. No, max frame rate is 120. And we could set that to 60. I don't know if it's with all the things we have running around here, like our stuff underground, that stuff all animated, those little guys doing absolutely nothing. But man, I only get like 30, 40 frames. Let's see if it gets worse if I look any direction. 38, 41, 38, 33, 35, 36, 41, 51, 45. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily seem to be any individual place, but man, it kind of is choppy. All right, so if I do this, what I want to do is I want to check if we just simply power this block underneath, if that counts, or does it actually have to be, let's just maybe stick 1, 2, 3 in there. No. All right, so that answers that question. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff, put it back, like so. I'm gonna need some cobble. So the other question, if we put something off to the side of it, and power that, but how do we not lock the hopper? Like if we did that, and then that, that, so that should not lock the hopper. Oops, give me that back. So if we do that, boom, boom. Okay, that does seem to do it. So 1, 2, 3. If that's locked, I didn't do it, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so that, and then we could have it go. Did that do 3 that quick? So maybe if we could figure out how long that would need to be triggered, and we could always set up a system. Oops, not like that. We don't want to burn out our torch just yet. So now here's the problem. We would actually have to have this be here, because we actually will have an endo flame there, 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 and then back there and there. So if we were to, so we could have a timer, right? We could take the timer clock from downstairs, set it so that it's on, I think it's every 7 minutes, I can't remember, but we kind of have it downstairs doing the right thing, to when the things burn out. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud for a minute. The thing we have to be careful with is we need to make sure that we leave our endo flames so that we can get full consumption there, right? And then if we were to do a pulse extender, I don't know if I've shown you guys those or if you know what those are, but if you don't, I'll show you real quick. So pulse extender can take any single little pulse. And where have I got, I know we had more redstones. There it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, so I don't know why it's all in here, but it is. I kind of remember. I don't totally remember though. So one thing we could do is set up a pulse extender, which basically takes a short pulse and extends it into a long pulse. So for example, if we had something like this, I think it's been a while since I've done these too. I think there's one more. Actually, I guess I could have left this. Boop, and whoop. There we go. I think this is what we need. This is old school, by the way. There's probably newer ways of doing this. And I don't necessarily know them. Or I haven't played with them enough. So if we take a repeater in here. Well, actually, we did do this, didn't we? We did it over here. So we've already talked about this before, where we just get this tiny little pulse. And I guess I didn't need that one. And then that one's on 3. So yeah, we have done this before. So if we get rid of this guy and this guy. Actually, you know what? I want to get rid of this guy instead. So if we go like this, and then take the guy right here. That is a comparator. We want this. So did we talk about pulse extenders? So we do that. We could have a torch here. And then we could have redstone that I don't have in my... At the ready. We need to have it at the ready. And I believe it's there and there. And then let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So even though the button, and we could use a wooden button, which is actually a shorter pulse than the stone button. This should, unless I really screwed up, turn on and off that line really quick. So see how it was just a little quick pulse. Now if we put that one more, you'll see it doesn't do as good. Actually, I guess it's fine. But generally you set it to that. So this turns it into just a single little pulse, because we could use this, but then we're not exactly sure how long to set that. And we could figure it out. So in order to set up a pulse extender, what you would do is you would have one, oh whoops, we gotta invert this real quick. So if we go here, and I don't have that now. Let's do this. So if we get rid of that guy, I guess. So we can go like this and stick another torch right here, which will turn off. So if we take, say, 3 repeaters, go 1, 2, 3, and then just put one over here. That's not going to work because I need one more space. Boop, boop, like that. And then go doop, 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 doop. And then we can turn these guys on full. And that guy, I think, can stay there. So what this will do is it'll turn that guy on for a lot longer. Because what happens is this guy fires off, it triggers this guy, which continues a short pulse. But in the meantime, this guy, actually I think we do want that up 1 or 2, I can't remember. This guy will actually keep sending a pulse until it runs out. So it kind of delays it. So if we hit that, nope, I did that wrong. So we need to turn you, I think we need you on 3. Let's check that out real quick. Okay, we just gotta do some tomfoolery, I guess. Maybe I have 2 there, I can't remember. Still got a 2 pulse, so let's cut you down 1 and just see what we get. Anyway, what I was thinking, there we go. That was a nice long one. So you can play around with these to get different effects. But if we could get one that would last long enough to get 7 coals to drop, then we could set the timer up just to sit there and wait. Now we could do it this way, where it does it with a delay. Where did I put that guy? So if we do that, that should turn you on. It's actually really short. I think I've done something weird here. I can't remember. Maybe I have 2 here. This is what happens when you go into modded Minecraft and don't have to use all these old school type systems. You totally forget how to do them. That's not it. And that's not going to extend it very long though. Let's try that real quick. Maybe you don't even need one. I can't remember. That doesn't look right to me though. Yeah, that's definitely not right. We got a nice clock from that, which would be why you would at least need one repeater here. So this does not seem like the best way to me, but if we can take, say, that little guy right there, I guess can't break him real easy. What I was thinking is with the little poles, we could, what is going to be the easiest way to do this? We'd have to do, whoops, wrong thing. So we need at least 7 flashes, right? So I'm thinking I can't do it there. That's what I'm thinking. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could turn that one on, and then that one on 1, that one on 2, that one on full, and then that would mean this guy would need a second one to be full here, one there, no, we don't need any there, and then one there and full here, and 2, 3, and full there. To be honest, I have no idea if this is even going to do what I want, but I'm curious. So if we go like this, and then tie this into here, so they should almost all go off simultaneously, but if this works right, we might have actually just made a nice long pulse extender. Let's check. Basically what we did, if you look how long that light's on and how long this guy's on, we basically just took a signal from the button, turned it into a short pulse, and then turned it right back into the button. Because if you look, they pretty much are right on with each other. So this is a terrible idea. Who thought of this? I'm just not thinking straight. Okay, I apologize. Can bookshelves take redstone signal? Maybe not. Alright, that was an absolutely terrible idea. I think our best bet is to use the timer like we have downstairs. Figure out basically how long it takes for the guy to drop. Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, the guy over here to drop 7 coal blocks, and then just have it so it does that. So we could have the timer. I think I should be. Dude, we just spent 20 minutes, and what we did, all we did in 20 minutes was turn a button into a pulse and back into a button. I apologize. Oh man, do I ever apologize. That was pretty bad. I'm gonna have to do some, I'm gonna have to go look at some of my old designs and stuff in my redstone world. That actually goes further than I thought it did. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at some of my redstone designs in my old world. Maybe go look up new ways, because I know you can. So I do know that you can also, let's see if I can even remember this, with a, is it, I think it's just like this, isn't it? If I'm right, I mean, this right here can actually be a delayed timer. Although, so far I'm kind of batting 0, so maybe it won't. Yeah, actually I was right that time. So like if we took something here, and I'm assuming, does it get longer the more we do? And if you want, I can explain a little bit of what this guy is doing. So if we put our thing here, let's see how that does. Oh, I have to do one other thing. That definitely takes longer. So this actually might be a good way to do it. That should work. So just so you know what is actually happening here, when the signal comes out of the button, this is a 15, right? It is measuring, we've talked about comparators before, but what it's doing is it's measuring the 15 against the nothing from this guy. And so it goes through and it says, yep, I'm still greater, so I output. Then it comes here. Well, these, as I recall, these guys all keep it the same. Then when it's here, it becomes 14. And it just keeps going around and subtracting 1 each time. So if we actually turn on F3, and as you can see, is this the one that you can do this in? Oh, I don't know that you... Oh, well, you can see it in the Wayla at the top where it says power. So if we do that, you'll see it's 15, 13, 11, 10, 9, 5, 3, 1, boom, and 0. So what it's doing is each time it goes out, and the reason it goes 15 and then like 13 is that we have 15, 14, out here is still 15, then 14, out 14, then it's 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, and so on and so forth. So that actually could be, but I'm not really good with these type of clocks. We could do a hopper clock or something, but almost all those things are going to be what the timer does downstairs. So maybe something with these guys, if we get it just right so that we can delay that signal long enough, maybe that will work out. I don't know. So there's more things to try. I'm probably going to try some of this stuff offline because it's not good when I get on and say, oh yeah, here's how this works, and it doesn't work. Because I haven't done it in so long. Because I've been doing modded Minecraft for so long that I've forgotten the basics. So, not good. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So anyway, guys, we're at 23 minutes. I apologize for this, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, I guess you could say it was a fail video. Because we didn't really get much more figured out on this. To be honest, what I'm really probably doing is delaying going to get my Tushy kicked once again by the Gia Guardian 2. Because, oh, excuse me, because in order to make him, I have to have, the Gia spirits, and we're gonna start running low on those. We don't have a torch up there, so yeah, that's probably a big part of it. I'm just stalling. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Feel free to tell me what ideas you have for this thing or what I was doing wrong in my examples, because clearly they weren't working very right or very correctly or the way I want them at all. So any input is more than welcome. You can say, hey, you dummy, if you want. That's fine, because I was kind of being a dummy in this one. But if you did enjoy, if you found any enjoyment at all, even if it was watching me kind of fail and do bad stuff, if you found any enjoyment at all, please leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget about the Great Big Game Giveaway. When we hit 1,000 subs, we are giving away 57 Steam games. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. That averages out to be 1 out of every 20 subs will get a Steam game. So that's pretty cool. And that's about it. So until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.